Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Calendar week 28. Accidental resilience. The passage of time at the Barracks is marked by the surprisingly fast growth of trees and the peculiarly slow transformation of a wilderness into this productive, rich and beautiful earthscape. It took a year before I saw the first worm in the soil, and 3 years before the first beetle. The ground teems with life now. We always had ants here, some no more than 2 or 3 millimetres, some as big as my thumbnail. But now they've been joined by centipedes and millipedes, lice, larvae and snails with a dozen differently illustrated houses on their backs. Everything from woodgrain ripples to fractals, spirals and sweeping patterns. Even in the hottest parts of the day, butterflies are everywhere. Peacocks, small coppers and blues, tortoiseshells, admirals red, and dukes of Burgundy. Fritillaires, satyridas and pieridaes are everywhere. Their silent flutterings are soundtracked by the buzzes and hums of half a dozen types of bees, countless wasps, some with the most curious body forms, and biting horseflies and mosquitoes in the evening. Their numbers are kept down in the twilight skies by darting crepuscular bats pulling massive G's in their aerial hairpins. I don't know when the crazy variety of birds found a home or a feeding ground here, but the place is thick with them these days. When I moved in, it was mostly hoopoes and woodpeckers. Sadly, I haven't seen the hoopoes so much lately. This week I saw fireflies for the first time. I think I'm on safe ground saying that I've never seen them before. Not here at the Barracks, not ever. They're every bit as magical as the dancing lightning bugs that inspired Shakespeare's fairy folk and gave us Oberon, Titania and Puck. I'm sure that all of this happened because, as I've come to believe, the only focus of gardening for pleasure, for self-sufficiency or anywhere in between is the health of the soil. We can improve the conditions for our plants, we can give them a better chance of success. But you can't actively help any situation without a great deal of empathy and understanding. I don't believe a human can imagine the desires of a plant. To weed around them is to remove the competition for nutrients and light. To water them is a helpful mimicry of nature, a parody of a cloud. We can perhaps understand better soil. My rocks and clay have become in places 30 centimetres of delicious friable topsoil. The plants seem to be able to express themselves fully in it, and the birds of prey overhead, the buzzards, falcons, eagles and kites are the proof of it. Better soil, more insects, more rodents, mammals and songbirds. More of all of that, and the top of the food chain moves in. This week we've seen stories from Europe of ecological collapse, the overwhelming invasion of once non-native species, deadly herbicides and disappearing habitats. Well-known and well-respected science communicators are coming out all doomy. If they are happy or not is yet to be seen. The screams for resilience and adaptation are getting so loud that maybe even the politicians will hear them. It turns out, though, that you don't need billionaire-backed master plans. You don't need 20-year programs that balance CO2 and GDP. You just need to look at the soil, take care of that which sustains us at the most basic level, and let the rest go. Whatever your garden or indeed your society is based on, whatever the basics are that really get the attention, the political will, but also the love of the people, those are the ones that allow us to prosper as a species. Sadly, those fundamentals like empathy and humility and understanding, when done right, don't leave much space for imperialism, capital, and war. So the takeaway might be to grow mint. Lots of it. Mint is one of the easiest plants to grow. Best done on a slightly shaded windowsill. Take a green cutting from an established plant, plunge it into good quality potting soil and keep it well watered. Roots will grow within a week, and as long as you keep the soil moist, it should provide you with fresh leaves almost forever. Mint tea is refreshing and healthy, but we will be growing it for the traditional mint sauce. It has a delicious vinegary and aromatic profile, which helps to break down tough meat, releasing the nutrients and assisting with digestion. And the toughest meat of all is that which is flayed from the bodies of the rich. We are going to have to eat them, I fear. I'm going to go and brush my teeth now. There's something stuck in my incisors. Until next week, be loving, turn off the news, and take care of that which actually matters. Your loving Pirate Ben. XO. XO. P.S. If you haven't got your tickets to the Collapse Laboratory yet, don't worry about it being overly intellectual or difficult or stressful. It's not. It's lovely. The Collapse Laboratory has been created for people like you. Curious and questioning, interested in meeting other people thinking the same things. And it might not be the absolute best answer to the question, what did you do when collapse became inevitable? But it's a damn good one. August 24th to the 30th. Get your tickets today, and I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.